Well, Coach, you have UCI, UCSD this week. What are some things maybe from this Stanford match last week that you can take that you really want to see the guys improve upon?
Well, if we're gonna extract anything, it was game two, where that was an extremely experienced and good team. They have a high level. They run a real good offense, and we played really high level volleyball. Um, and you can extract from that we have the capability of doing that. The next challenge, obviously, is sustaining it and being consistent with it, so that we also showed ourselves with UCLA that they're gonna get some runs. They ran up 3 or 4 points, and then we made a run at 3 or 4 points, 5 points. And in no time did we ever feel like we were down and out of it. And so we can extract that to say that our team is obviously getting better, and we're dedicated to development, which means that on a daily basis we're putting a lot of time into, okay, this is where we need to focus on, this is what we need to do. So it's a continuing mission with us, which is, yeah, we're not putting together 3 good games yet, though we did against Pepperdine. I just look at those 4 and 5 as a little bit of a or I'm sorry, 3 and 4 as a mental lapse, but it's just one of those sustainable components of being capable of doing that for longer and longer periods of time.
Setter's been a position where you've had some injuries this season. You get one guy back against Stanford briefly in Gert. How do you feel he looked, and what does he bring to the table?
We have had, I'm not going to say a rocky start at setter. We just had some of the guys, we had Michael Malahy with his knee, and he's an experienced veteran that's had some quality playing time in the past. And Jack came in and did a great job for us. He embraced the challenge. He has grown exponentially. He's doing things now that he's never done before. And, he gives everything he has on a daily basis, and we love him for it. What you're talking about is Gert came back on the court, and we put him out there, and it's just to see where he's at. He just had the surgery on his hand, and the doctors are very convinced that it's not gonna damage his hand any further. They put in a metal plate, and they're thinking, well, it's actually stronger now than it was before. It was just bone, which makes me think he's part Wolverine now, which is fantastic. But for him, it's mostly just pain threshold of, you know, taking a ball, like when he's blocking, off of that hand that's a week and a half away from surgery. It's going to hurt. But he's managing it. He's a tough kid. So had to put him out there to see, okay, what's it look like? What's his comfort level? Where is he at in the evolution? And took him a few sets to feel the game a little bit, and then he actually started setting some good balls. So he started running a pretty decent offense right out of the gate. The issue that I noticed was that he takes the ball at a much higher point. He does things quite a bit different than what Jack does, and so the guys just weren't used to it, weren't in tempo with it, and we gave up 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points in a row. And well, okay, that I saw what I needed to see in that short span time, and so had to go back to Jack, put him back out there. The guys actually felt a little bit more comfortable because that's just the rhythm that they had, and by then it was insurmountable for us to come back against a team that at that point was feeling it, and we definitely were disheartened. So it's one of those situations. Like, the season's not going to end whether we like it or not. We got a long way to go. We still have the ability to win this thing. And so put some balls on the court to represent all the individual matches that we have left. And I said, listen, we play 16 more in-league matches. We have the capability of winning all of them. If we win, let's say 10, historically speaking, 10 is we're in the playoffs. And we get our opportunity to put our taper into play. We get our opportunity to put all the teamwork into play. We get all the opportunity to do all the sacrificing that we're doing now, and we get to be the team that we want to be when it matters most. Because at the end of the day, say we did win the NCAA title, nobody's going to care what the beginning of the season was. Nobody cares.